get a face on this special constable here. Hopefully they're in the car. I want to get a face. Let's see. Put a face to that car. Brave, heroic constable. Let's put a face to that car that's sitting there doing nothing, getting paid to sit in a parking lot, doing nothing. How long have they been sitting there getting paid to do nothing? I wonder. See the barcode there? Barcode's everywhere now, man. Oh, look at this. Check this out. Check this out. Oh, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Check this out. Where does it exit? Okay. Let's get something here. Something here. Gotta go down here. Check down there. I gotta go this way. I gotta go this way. I went the wrong way. I just wanted to get a face in. Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, special constable face. Oh, I wanted to get a face there. It's funny. There's nothing going on at all. Let's see if we get a face on this actor here. Got all the actors out tonight, pretending to do work. You can see that there. They're not dealing with that. Yeah. Let's see. Can we get a face of somebody in there? Let's see. Yeah, somebody in there. Hi. Hello. How's it going, man? How you doing? Can I ask you a favor? Could I possibly just ask you for your badge number?
Mine?
Yeah, or your name or your badge number, one of the two.
What's the reason that you
I don't have to tell you that, man. I'm a citizen here, so you're a servant. You're a public servant, so I'm asking you for your badge number or your name.
I haven't had an interaction with you, right?
It doesn't matter whether you've had an interaction with me, sir. The law is, your position is to serve the public.
Yeah, I know, I'm just
So the reason I'm asking, do you want me to tell you okay, I'll tell you the reason, but I don't want to get into some sort of a long conversation.
Yeah, I am on the phone here as well, so if you want to wait and I can talk to you after, that's fine.
Well, how long is that going to be? Like, can you not just tell me the badge number? Like, seriously? Like.
Yeah, but I'm also just curious in general.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you. I'm filing a
If he comes back on the phone, though, I'm going to take it because I'm...
Yeah, go ahead. Let me tell you quickly. I'm filing a complaint against the Ottawa Special Constables. I'm not blaming you. It's nothing to do with you personally.
He's coming on the line. Give me a second.
Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. Do you want me to wait here or just... Okay. All good or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I can give you my information. So
Yeah, it's just to let you know, it's nothing personal against you, but I am filing a complaint against the special constables in general. It's nothing to do with you. I've had some, what I believe to be harassment and stalking. And I'm not blaming you for that. It's just that they're showing up everywhere I go. And not just you, but the police as well. I believe, are you familiar with CSIS?
I know what the organization
Okay. So I believe, personally, this is my opinion, I've been placed on a watch list wrongly. So I could understand why there would be police and special constables, but you can't talk about it, right? So in a situation like that, if you have somebody who's been placed on a watch list and they ask you, you can't talk about it, right?
Well,
that's what I believe, and because I can just tell. Sorry to interrupt you. I can just tell you, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I have no history of violence. I don't commit crimes, and yet everywhere I go, police, special constables, the fire department. This is 2 years. I had to move from Toronto to Gatineau, and now I'm coming here, Gatineau and Toronto, and everywhere I go. So I'm not blaming you. You seem to be a very decent person. That's why I'm asking, because I think I'm going to have to file a complaint, because I don't believe I should have to, this is acceptable. And I'm not blaming you. Whatever you're doing here, maybe that's legitimate. I just believe, based on what I've seen, that's why I'm asking. So.
Yeah, no, I was here for an unrelated call.
Yeah, well, that's what you're going to say, though. That's what you can't disclose that. You know, if it ceases, something like that, you're told if it's a target, and they refer to them as targets, because I have the documents. I've read the documents. They refer to the people who they're doing this to as targets. I don't know whether that's... and a lot of the people who they're doing it to most of them haven't committed any crime. It could be something, you post something online that they say is whatever, they don't agree with that speech or whatever, and they could put you on a list for the rest of your life to deal with this. So again, you might not be aware of it, and maybe you're not. So that's why I'm asking, right? That's the only reason. Does that seem fair to you if someone was doing that? Like, do you think that would be the right thing to do?
I don't answer like hypothetical situations.
Okay, yeah.
How can I say one thing or another?
I know.
Myself, I've never seen you before in my life.
No, I know you haven't. That's exactly, I know. Exactly, I know.
That's why I was just.
That's why I'm not saying. That's what I said to you. It's not personal, right? I know you're not doing this to me personally because you've vindictive.
I was sitting here.
I know you. Well, that's the thing, though, sir. Here's the thing, sir. There's plausible deniability, and that's what they use. So with CSIS, they utilize things for plausible deniability. So, for example, let me just tell you, if I go somewhere, for example, everywhere I would go in Toronto, if it's a secluded area, I come out, there's a cop waiting in a secluded area in front of the building, and they say, well, I was just here for whatever. So you understand, right? That could only happen so many times. So there's only so many coincidences that one can see before they say, okay, something's wrong here. I would exit my home in Toronto. The moment I would exit, you got a fire truck coming on, and turning its siren on right where I am, and then turning it off at 5:30 in the morning. It's over and over. So that's harassment, in my opinion. And if it happened 20 times, you could brush that aside. I'm talking hundreds of times. So that's why I'm asking you. We can close the conversation here. I just want the information. It's nothing personal. You seem like you've been very respectful.
My information's right there.
Oh, I think Majid. I think we talked before. You were the guy who.
Yeah, I think you.
Oh, yeah, I hailed you. Yeah, okay.
No,
I wasn't yelling at you. The reason I stopped you was because of what I said, because you arrived at the precise moment that I exited, with synchronization. So I exited the train station. The moment I got to the intersection, you pulled up. That has happened here approximately. I have video. I'm recording this right now. I put this on YouTube for documentation purposes. I have shown up here. That's happened approximately between 20 and 30 times in the last 60 days. So that's strange. And I'm not blaming you, but I'm saying that's very odd based upon the other things I've experienced. So that's why I spoke to you that night and I wanted your information. So we have already talked. So you did give me the badge number, so you don't have to give me it. I guess I have that on video. I think it was you. Yeah. Majid, I remember the name. Yeah.
I remember an interaction.
Yeah, that was me. I was
coming.
Yep, exactly. Well, the reason.
And you were like.
Yeah, I waved at you. Yeah.
You were on the side, almost your hand coming onto the transit. I thought you needed assistance, right?
Well, that's why I stopped you, sir. The reason was.
I was on my way as well to a call.
Wow, were you?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Right? Tonight
okay.
I'm not.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's why I can talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to a call, right? And
I'm not. I don't doubt that there was a call. I'm just wondering whether the call was legit based upon when you showed up and when I exited. Because I have.
The call was not for here, right?
No, I know. I hear you, but
because the transitway is what we can get on.
I understand. But I'm just telling you what I said. I've seen that. If you see that 10 times, you could say, okay, the moment I exit, it's happened 30 times. That's weird. That's suspicious, based upon 2 years of the other things I've experienced. And this is not just the police or the fire department. It's harassment. What I believe to be, you've heard of like citizens on patrol, where they mobilize a whole bunch of people and say this person's a terrorist, quote unquote, and we have to watch this person. Have you heard of it? Yeah. Or INSET. You've heard of INSET, surely. Integrated National Security Enforcement Team. You're a constable. You haven't heard of that?
I'm a special constable with OC Transport.
Right, but you should know some of these things. I mean, it's okay. So what they do essentially is they mobilize a bunch of citizens whoever they claim this person is, they'll say this person is a terrorist, and that person could be guilty of Orwellian wrongthing, which is, for me, you might have stated an opinion that they don't agree with. You might have said, I don't believe the COVID measures are correct, whatever. They then take everyone around you, have people follow you everywhere you go, harass you, subject you to noise harassment, send police to ambulances to turn, like we got an ambulance over here, I don't know what that's all about, to turn on a siren the moment you exit a place and then turn it off. That's misuse of resources, sir. Provable misuse of, when you have somebody doing that. Okay, so if you say to me, whatever, it's coincidental you're showing up here tonight, I can take your word for it if we see it 10 times. I can't take your word for it when I've seen it for 2 years everywhere I go. So that's why I'm asking, and not just you, not just special constables, police. And the reason I say this as well, basing it on fact, is I've read CSIS documents, and it specifically states we utilize local police, the fire department, paramedics, and that's what I'm seeing. So I'm basing it on facts of what CSIS is saying. So I believe you're just doing your job. I'm not blaming you, and I know you can't talk about it. I'm just telling you from my perspective. I'm not blaming you or anything. That's why I came to speak to you.
What's your name, man?
Jay, I can show you my ID if you want to see my ID.
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, I'll show you my ID. No problem. I've had to, like, the thing is, man, like, I've had to move from Toronto. I'm living in Gatineau right now, right?
Okay.
And I've had to move because of this. And then when I move there, I'm seeing the same thing. So if it was in one area, the harassment in Toronto was way worse. Like, this is not as extreme here. So, like, I have no other option than to file a complaint. And I don't want to, I'm not blaming you personally, but I have to file a complaint against, a lawsuit against CSIS. Unfortunately, the Ottawa Police and the Special Constables. And it's not just you. I'm not blaming you. You seem to be a very decent person. You've had a conversation.
People, right?
Exactly. And you listen. You listen, unlike some of those people. So, anyway, man, I'll let you go. You have a good night, man. Take care. Take care. Okay, so we weren't stopping here then. There's someone wearing a black hoodie as usual. Surprise, surprise. I was immediately starts looking at me with the black hoodie on. Right away. Holding up a phone. See if she starts pointing it at me. She probably will. Let's see. Non-stop, notice? Look at this guy, man. You see what he's doing there? He's literally holding it right now. He turns when I turn. He had it pointed directly like at me, and then as soon as I turn around, he like turns. Look at this. It's fake nonsense. Now let's just all go hold up our phones and film in front of an office building. See how ridiculous this is, man. Yeah, he's literally holding it directly towards me, and then look at they bring a whole group out here to just film the front of a building. Ridiculous. So it's done to kind of create a plausible deniability thing, but he was told to either take a picture of me or film me there. You could tell. Pointing it right directly toward me. Yeah, no, that's not the one. You want to get on the one I'm getting on. That's 67. We already know you're getting on that one. Look at this. Look at that. See? That seems natural, huh? Whole family going over and holding their phones up and taking pictures of the front of a building. It's just a basic office building. You know what I mean? And they're kind of just gonna linger here because they've been told to kind of linger here. See how long they're taking to do this too, right? It's not like a tourist attraction or anything. It's just an old office building. Yeah. But let's see. See how long they're taking? Just lingering, idling. Okay, I think this is my bus here. Now they can move along. Watch. Yeah, there we go. Of course, she's gonna get on here too. Oh, now look at this. Now look at this, right? Bus comes and she crosses over to the other side of the street there. So she basically just came out to stand there with a phone. And then as soon as my bus comes for me to get on, she goes back over to the hotel. See, yeah, oh yeah. Like, just look what it said. I came out of the store. There they are. See, yeah, oh yeah. Like, just look what it said. I came out of the store. There they are. See how consistent this is, eh? Very consistent with this. Now I better not jaywalk because they're right there, and they could just say I'm jaywalking. So I'll move up here. These lights are some of the slowest lights actually around. And that's why I sometimes do jaywalk, but they're here now, so I'm not going to jaywalk. Just go up here really slowly. And up here slowly, and then cross over. It's changing now. You can see right at the intersection though. I predicted that too. Still have to go now. These ones are slow. Let's walk down here and see if they come back. We'll walk down this way just to switch it up. Okay? This is the other side of where I would normally go. We'll walk this way. We'll see if they swing around here. Let's see what they're going to do. Now, I predicted that one. I said they'd probably be there when I come out. Sure enough. I usually have to, when I come out, I just load my groceries into the one bag, switch it over to the other bag. So that takes a few seconds, and then sure enough, they're there when I came up. Are they still there? No, they're turning. Oh, okay, they're turning right in behind me here. Look at this here. This is here. We're gonna go back now. Go back this way, the way we came now. See this? Look at this now. Okay, so they just turned in right behind me there. Now they're gonna come back out over here and make a right. You can see. All done methodically there. There you go. Right turn. You can see how they followed directly behind me because they were expecting me to go down that way. So they did that obviously intentionally. But I normally I would cross in the middle there, but I'm not going to jaywalk right in front of them because they'll look for any excuse to to stop me or whatever. So yeah, that was clear there. Pretty clear. See if this creep's I don't think he's going to get on this one. It's not pretty tiny away from me. There it is now. The siren coming as the bus comes. Yeah, just as the bus comes, they turn on the siren. I gotta take my. Notice this one. Right before the bus. Yeah? The fire truck. That's it. Oh, sorry, an ambulance. Are you turning it? Yeah, I turned in that same street. Same street I showed it before. I showed it minutes before. Okay. What does Stalker get on first check?